Hi everyone, this is Jason with eStore Coaching. Today I am very excited to demo for you a powerful, responsive WordPress theme that I found, Solitudo from AIT Themes, a feature-rich and easy-to-use WordPress theme. They have a very intuitive page builder, easy drag and drop elements for you to design each page. So web elements examples include services, their revolution slider, question and answers, partners, members, Google Maps, and more. So this builder is great for both beginners and advanced users. So I'm looking to show you how to launch your site right now with this theme. So first, let me begin by actually showing you what I'm talking about. So this is an example of their homepage, their revolution slider. The slides, you have images and text coming in and out. And this is an awesome slider that they have out of the box. They have a service element in the middle, identifying your services. And it looks like a text element and also a 3-column layout here. There's an easy slider on your left with positions, and down the middle is their blog, and your right is question and answer. And here's another text element where you inputted your images and text. Here's a counters element. Here's a portfolio element. And here's their testimonials with a carousel. And here's an example of a 2-column layout with an easy slider and a WordPress blog on your right and different widgets. Here's some post element, job offers element. Here's their price table. And lastly, here is the partners element. Okay, so that's just a taste of what this theme can do. So let's take a look under the hood. I'm assuming that you already purchased a copy, installed it, and activated your theme. So after you have activated your theme, you have the option of importing their demo data, just like the one we just previewed. If you decide to do this, I suggest you install another instance of WordPress on a different directory as reference while you actually work on your site, and just remove it when you're done. So let's take a look at the theme options real quick. So this is kind of basically where you manage your general settings. You have your layout type here, your full width or your box width, width of different sections of your website. And I kind of love this option, turning on and off your progressive loading. This is basically allows you to load images while your user scrolls from the top of your site to the bottom. So it's good for customers' experience if your site is media heavy. And the rest of this is different color options that you can have, CCS. The header types, you have 1 of 4 pre-configured headers. You have your website logo, your background image as well for your header. You can configure that. And I love this sticky menu option. This allows your navigation to always stay on top of your screen while the user scrolls down your page. So let's skip over to admin branding. Branding lets you customize your WP admin login screen. So you can customize the title, you can have your logo, your own CCS, and the rest of the other items on the theme options are kind of self-explanatory. I'm just gonna skip over that, and let's get to the fun stuff. So below are basically the theme. These are elements like advertisements, job offers, partners. They all have the same concept when it comes to building your page. So keep these 3 points in mind when you're designing your site. You add your information into each element, just like post into a category. 2, you drag and drop the elements into your page, which I will show you later. And 3, configure how you want each element to appear. For example, you can have different background colors. You can have it as a list or boxed. I'll show that to you in my demo. So let's go to pages on WordPress and add a new page. Let's name it. We're going to build on this page for the purpose of this demo. So the idea is that you want to build something specific to your site. For example, about us, your events page, job opportunities, or even a contact us, for example. So let's go pick let's pick several interesting elements to add to our page here on the left. I'm looking at, let's say you sell different levels of service. So you might want to add a price table. So let's add a new record into this price table. We're going to name it Premium Plus. And I'm just going to copy and paste this onto the title as well. And then just going to add a description, some information about this plan, service plan that you have. And price it, let's say $600. And then I'm going to add an image for this row, and another row I'm going to add say 12 months. And then in the third row, some other description. Button text, you can say more info or buy now, and a link for your button. And don't forget to add a category and publish it. So let me go back to the price table and kind of tell you how I got all these different rows. So kind of to be consistent, what they had here was bonus as one of the price tables. So what they had in the first row was an image, as you see here, and then the 4-month plan and some kind of description. So in order to be consistent with what the demo data had, I just added a new row with this information. And of course, you can add anything you want. Let's add a services that your business provides. Let's say house cleaning. You can add a subtitle if you want. I'm going to add an image here. If you can have a hover image as well, and then you can enter some sort of description. We're going to provide exceptional room to room cleaning service. And just read more. And I'll link if you have one. So I'm just going to link it back to my site. And now again, don't forget to select a category. I'm going to show you why that's important later as you build out your page, and then publish it. So let's select the revolution slider. This is a powerful slider that integrates, as you saw, the background images of moving text and images to bring your slider to life. So I would say this is the most complicated element on this list to set up, but eight themes have great support and documentation to help you set this up. So I'm gonna use an existing slider here and add an email sign up form and a YouTube video. So I'm just gonna select one of the pre-existing ones, slider with people. So this is the slider directory, if you will. This is, if you take a look, there's a short code there you can add later on as well. I'm just gonna edit the slides that's currently in the slider here, in this folder. There's three slides to this folder. I'm gonna edit the first one. And here's some configurations for this specific slide. And here is how the slide would kind of look like. And on the bottom here in the blue buttons, you can add different layers, a regular text layer, image, or video. And on this column here, these are the different layers of text or images for this specific slide. So they can come in, you could configure it and have it come in at different angles, at different timings. So I'm just gonna add a layer here for email send up. So this is basically a, I cut and pasted a embed code from MailChimp here. And you can get that, as you can see, from your email service provider. And you can kind of configure it, how many pixels from the left. Just to make it simple, just to show you, we can do that here. I'm gonna add another layer for YouTube video. You can always add a layer using that option, but I kind of like that embed video here. You can control the size of the video, just like that. I'm just gonna leave the timing as is, and let's save it. And here's let's check out, here's some other settings for the site. And let's take a look at members. Let's add a new member. Add me, Jason. You can add a position. I'm the owner. And cut and paste some information here. And you can add different social icons. I'm gonna add Twitter. You can add Facebook or other social media that you have. You can find an icon. Here's my Twitter icon. And then you can add your link here, your handle. And again, select your categories and don't forget to publish. And of course, you can add a member photo. I'm just gonna leave that out for now. Okay, I think that's it for adding new elements for now. Other than the slider, everything should be relatively easy for you to add and configure. Just add new, fill in the fields for each element, and don't forget to categorize them. And I'll show you why next. So let's hover over to Theme Admin and select the Page Builder. Go to the drop down on the top and find your page that you just created. Let's take a quick look at this before we get started, and we'll view it. So by default, this is how your page will look like. Pretty standard. You have your 2-column layout, your widgets on your right. So here's your page builder. In the center, you'll have your page. On the right, you have your different elements where you can drag and drop onto your page. So let's get started. Let me show you a few items here. We're gonna turn off the right slider. Here's your page title. I'm gonna turn that off. Your revolution slider, I'm gonna display it, and you can select different aliases. Remember the one we just made update, so I'm gonna keep it to slider with people. And here's your SEO option. You can add your SEO for this specific page here, your title, keywords, and description. I'm just gonna leave that blank. And then below the sortable elements is where you drag your properties into. So I'm gonna look for price table. I'm gonna drag that over. I'm just gonna leave the settings here as is for now, and we'll make some changes to it later. And I'm gonna also add let's take a look at members. Drag over the members, pretty easy. And also the services. Let's take a look at a few options. Let's take a look at partners. That's whatever is pre-configured. We're just gonna drag and drop it over. Let's take a look at that. The content, I'm gonna turn that off. The comments, I'm just gonna turn that off as well. Testimonials, we'll leave that. Just to show you examples, I'm gonna pull over counter element that you can configure here on the fly. So let's add a new item. We'll set it as the value of let's say $14,000. I'm gonna say this is my sales, and the description year-to-date sales. Let's add another item. So title as excuse me, current value of 10. Let's make this 5 years, and that is in the market. Let's drag and drop a video over. So supports YouTube. And I'm just gonna cut and paste the link here. You could configure your width and height if you wish. And let's drag over Google Maps. Let's add a couple of items here to our list. So this is the position, address of default position, and where you want Google Map to be. Okay. Here's my default position. And right below that is zoom. I'm just going to change that to 10. That's basically the up and down arrows that you see on Google Maps. So that's the kind of default position of where your map will be centered around. So I'm going to add a couple of locations here. So let's say you have a business location here, business location. You can add a link or description, and I'm going to cut and paste the same address. Let's add another position. Let's say you have, let's say your headquarters, for example. Let's type in headquarters, and we'll add a address as well. Let's save this real quick, and let's preview it, see what we just built. Alright, so here is our page. Here's our slider, and there is our email form on your left with the email address, first name, last name. You can subscribe to my newsletter, and there's my convincing video on why you should subscribe. Here you go. It actually plays. That's awesome. You can definitely design it the way you fits your website. And here's our praise table, and on my left, on your left, is your Premium Plus, the new widget that we just added, the new price plan. And right after that is our counter. We have a sales in our 5 years. I need to make a change to the sales. The gauge is not showing right. And here's your members page. That's me. I'm missing an image, but you get the idea. And here's our services page, my house cleaning and our Google Maps. Here's our two addresses we just inputted, headquarters and our business location. Here's our YouTube video, our partners, and our testimonies. So let's go back and fix our counter. I didn't read the bottom here. It's supposed to enter a value between 0 and 100. So I'm just going to add 14 just to show there's a change in the gauge, and just kind of rename the title. So let's make a few changes to our job offers. We're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna make it a instead of two rows, we're gonna make it to a 1-row carousel theme. Gonna turn the carousel on. We're gonna go to the advanced tab and just enable that, and you can select a different background color or the option of inputting your own image background, selecting different spaces and margins and spacings around your element. So let's take a look at members. Here's the different categories you can decide to preview on your page. Different order by, order types, how many you want to show. We could change the layout to a list. Again, you could change the different rows, different alignment. We're going to look at the advanced tab as well, enable that. And all the different advanced options for different elements have the same type of layout. You can enable it and enter your own CSS information, pick your own background color and your own images. So let's throw in some columns. We're gonna select a 3-column layout. And I'm gonna drag the map, Google Map, right onto one of the columns. And let's add what should we add? Opening hours, for example. Opening hours, you can enter, let's say your business operates from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm just gonna copy and paste that to a few more days here. So the last item I want to add is the contact form element. Here I'm going to enter my email address, for example, of where the notification will be sent to. So that's going to my email, subject, and some kind of email content if you wish. And we're going to add a few labels to this form, contact form. You can name it if you want. I'm just going to leave everything blank and put some text in the placeholder. I'm going to call as name and change the input type to text. I'm going to add another item. I'm going to enter an email. That's going to be required. And one last thing I want to enter is a message. So what I would need from them is a text area, and enter your message here. So let's drag in columns again, and let's make this a 2-column layout. And we'll drag our video into the first column, and let's enter put in the SoundCloud. This is going to be great for bloggers and for musicians if you want to add a video clip or a music clip. I'm just going to enter a link here. It's compatible with SoundCloud. And these are the properties. I'm going to turn off autoplay. So let's save our options and refresh our page. And scroll to the top. Again, here's our revolution slider. Fix the gauge. Now you see both of these gauges. And here's our color background in the box layout. Carousel on. And here is our members page. In the listed format. Did not make any changes to the services. And here's a 3-column layout. It's great for your contact page. Here's the opening hours, and here's our widget to play some music. Let's pause that for now. I hear you breathing in, another day begins. You know, there is just so much packed into this theme. I want to make sure I show you the rest of the elements here while playing the SoundCloud clip with Switchfoot. Your Love is a Song. So I hope you enjoy it. The stars are falling out, my dreams are fading now, fading out. I've been keeping my eyes wide open, I've been keeping my eyes wide open.
keeping my hopes unbroken. Yeah, yeah. There's a symphony all around me, running through me. There's a melody underneath me, running to me. Your love is a song.
I hope you can tell from my demo, Solitudo offers a great all-around WordPress theme with 30 elements for only $50. I tested many page builders before, but this one is the most easy to use, comprehensive, and organized. So I'm tempted to say that my mother could use it, but she's a bit technology challenged. If you like Solitudo from AIT Themes, click on the link below and get it now. So thank you for watching. This is Jason with eStore Coaching.